to think of him as anything less than genuine. Like
Absolutely.
this is the person I'm seeing right here. He is that person.
Yeah, and especially when he's got, I mean, I've always wanted to do a podcast, you know, and thing, and I know I've guested on here a couple times, but he's one of the biggest reasons why. I mean, his podcast, Smodcast, and then, fuck, I'm sorry, Rick, I'm dying terribly. I'm shitting the bed on this. Oh my God, that walker.
Live shit. It's probably just picking up us waiting to see what's going on. So
Okay.
So again, bear with us, people.
Well, I had to stop it again, and now I've started it again. So,
Like I said, we're just having a little connectile dysfunction.
Cool. So I have us up on the on the side here so I could monitor what's going on.
Okay.
So anyways, so I guess on that note, you guys keep up. Well, I mean, I'm assuming Grizz does. Keep up on his comic projects.
I try to. I have Cacophony, Batman, Batman the Widening Gyre, and or Gyre, and there was a third one. Oh shit! That was supposed to be coming out, and wait. Why can I not think of this shit? Fuck. You probably know what I'm talking about, though.
The stuff coming out, I'm not sure.
Hold on.
I guess while you're thinking, the stuff that I'm most familiar with were his Daredevil and Green Arrow runs.
Yes, I have the entire Green Arrow Quiver run or set. I've got them actually in long boxes right behind me.
That Quiver run was amazing.
Yes, it was so good.
Never been a
Bellicosity. That's the third one.
What is that?
Batman.
Batman?
Yeah, it'll be the third in his Batman. I just don't. Yeah, it was Cacophony, then Widening Gyre, and then that'll be the third one. I don't think it's come out yet. It's been in the works for a while.
Yeah, well, you know, the quarantine tends to mess things up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I've never been one for superhero archers. I'm not a big Hawkeye fan. I'm not a big Green Arrow fan.
I do like Green Arrow, but I don't care for Hawkeye.
Well, I'll tell you, I didn't like Green Arrow before Kevin Smith got a hold of him. Then once Kevin Smith got a hold of him, man, he just added something to that character. Also introduced the first that I know of, the first superhero from Ohio, and then killed him.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Rest in peace, Buckeye. Rest in peace.
Oh, gotcha.
Killed by onomatopoeia. Who is such an interesting...
He is. He's such a cool fucking villain.
I don't like how they've tried to do stuff with him now. It's like they completely missed the point of him.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just leave him alone. Let him be like the serial killer that makes weird noises. Don't give him any kind of weird special powers. Just fucking let him be.
Right.
And then the Daredevil run that he did was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know that I've read his Daredevil run, and I haven't read the Green Hornet run, but I would love to read either. Right now, I'm getting back into just collecting the new X-Men runs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Daredevil one, I got a trade paperback of, and it's one of the two things that I've actually have signed by Kevin Smith.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I have a, my wife got me a, this really cool, like, cast gift box from Mallrats, and I have a signed, still from the set of Mallrats of him and Jay sitting outside the like bakery shop or whatever on the ground in front of the window, or the pet store, I think maybe it is. And it's signed by both he and Jay, and it's like one of my favorite things that I've ever owned or probably will ever.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the other piece I have, I ordered from the secret stash.
Yeah.
And it was it's a Kevin Smith action figure of him as a zombie.
I've seen that, and I've been very tempted to buy one or get like a Silent Bob one or something. They're so cool.
Yeah, I should have got it unsigned though, because I would love to have it out.
I would probably have to buy one signed and one unsigned so that I could have one out and one, pretty display.
I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to order one unsigned because it's just too cool.
It is. It's super cool.
I mean, come on.
I don't have anything signed. I do have one of his pop figures though from the Pop Director series.
Yeah,
I really asked you if you had a pop of him.
I have one of Silent Bob from the original Clerks, or maybe it's from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I think it's Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back because he's got his green jacket on and he's smoking a cigarette or whatever.
I would hope very much if they had a Clerks Funko Pop, it would be
in black and white. Yeah,
that's a very Funko Pop thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
He's always had a pretty good relationship with Funko. There's quite a few Funko Pops of him and from his movies.
Man, and that's the thing about the dude. He's so genuine too about like, man, I'll sell out all day. Like if you want to put like, Jay and Silent Bob on some cool shit or whatever, like, make that money, dude. Like he's all about, getting, creative properties and being able to make funds off those to then do other creative projects with other properties. And like he's a fucking genius in the media like scape these days, you know what I mean? Like because he's just so willing and open to collaboration and sharing of properties and shit like that. And not every company or not every individual creator is, and so they like kind of pigeonhole themselves to not being able to work within certain realms or with certain subjects with certain people, and it's just, that's one of the things as a director and as a filmmaker that I've always loved about him. And I think that's why so many people gravitate towards him as like in the industry, even like, critics will shit on stuff all day, but you talk to people who he's actually worked with and like, written stuff with or filmed stuff with, and like, they got nothing but amazing things to say about working with Kevin and like his, like ability to, be, able to just kind of adapt or like, kind of like how Silent Bob was supposed to be somebody else and then he ended up playing it and shit like that, like just the way that it goes into that process, he's just natural to it, and I love it. I think it comes through in his products too really well.
Oh yeah, I think he got really lucky in with his fans. I think that the reason why his fans are so cool with him and why he's so cool with his fans is because when he makes movies, he's making them for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he's a fan of his shit.
Right.
So,
and I think it's the best way to go, right?
Yeah,
like do shit that you
absolutely.
like, put out stuff that you like.
Because if you make shit that you like, you're going to be cool with your fans, just straight up.
Yeah.
They're your fans for a reason because they like what you do. And if you like what you do, that means you're your own fan, so of course we're going to fucking relate to you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's definitely been and I've always had that dream to be, the amateur filmmaker and
me too.
To be like a famous B movie actor. I think I definitely he is definitely an icon to me.
100%, me as well.
He, especially like in
the most like, respectful and
oh yeah,
not like, oh my god, that fucking baby, oh my god. It's just it's amazing and touching, and it makes you feel shit. And like, have you seen the newest Jay and Silent Bob reboot?
Oh, the
Yeah.
what? I think so.
I actually rented it from a Redbox, so I'd be able to see it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because if not, maybe I should just. Well, no, we can't just stream it. I was like, I'll just stream it while we talk. We can't do that.
No, wait a minute. No, I actually bought it. No, I actually went out and I bought it, so I'd be able to watch it. Actually,
I have it on my YouTube or Google
I have
video.
seen it. I have seen it. Is that the one where they go to Hollywood? No, it's not Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. It's
that's the one that that's the one they're rebooting essentially. And yeah, I mean they had
it was essentially a very similar story. Yeah.
But I mean, like he gets in. Oh fuck! I'm trying to remember. Was he in Power Armor in that shit?
He was in the newest one.
That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Then yeah, I saw that one.
Okay, yeah, because they were doing the BVS thing.
Right.
Bats for Soups. But yeah, so good. Like just, and the way that he incorporates, like his fucking daughter is so great in that movie. And I love that she did Yoga Hosers in projects like that with Lily Rose, Depp, and like, I mean, they're fucking.
And I will say this,
we're friends together and shit.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but I'm glad that she's doing stuff that her dad didn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You with me? I'm glad that the rest of Hollywood has acknowledged that she's good.
Right, absolutely. And then she's got other projects and stuff. And she's not been typecasted or whatever, you know.
As Kevin Smith's daughter.
Right.
That's the big problem. Because, like, I mean, if I was Kevin Smith, I'd do the same shit. My daughter would be in literally everything. But, you know, that could be harmful for someone who wants to have an actual career in Hollywood.
Yeah. So, and, like, he never pressured her to do that. I mean, for years, she was a bassist in a band and, like, had this other deal going on. You know, and I mean, I just kind of casually followed or learned about her because he talks about her all the time on, like, his podcast and shit. So she'd talk about, like Harley playing the bass and being in this like kick-ass like chick punk rock band or whatever, and it's like that shit's dope. And he's just very supportive, even though it wasn't like, oh, you know, sometimes you think like, you know, the father always wants their, you know, child to follow in their footsteps, and it's like as long as she's happy and he's supportive of her creativity, and it's fucking amazing, you know. I love it, and it's I've always been, you know, big fan of that.
As a dad of a young daughter, these are definitely everything you pointed out. I've noticed, you know what I mean, and it's like, you know what, that is awesome, because you know she wasn't in any of his movies until she got much older. She was in the one, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I think she was in as Jay.
Yeah. And then she was also the little girl in the window in Chasing Amy at the restaurant.
Wait,
it's looking out.
I'm getting my timelines mixed up then.
Because, yeah, she's the baby in the stroller in Clerks, and then is it Chase? I can't recall now. There's one that she's like, I think 4 or 5 years old, and
that's the one where she's playing Jay. Because they're just little kids at that point, right?
Yeah, I believe so. She's been in a couple of them. I want to say, fuck. I'm trash. I'm sorry, Richard. This is much more.
But I mean, you know, but when you're a dad and you have a baby, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to put you in the movie.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, you come up on circumstances where you're like, oh shit, I need a baby, and you're like, hey, I have a baby, or like, I have a child that's about that age.
Well, that, and when you, you know, when you're going to do little kid Jay and Silent Bob, you know, why the hell not? Why the hell not use your kid as that?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It only makes the sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh, and like, you know, I don't know if we finished speaking on it or whatever, but or if it, I guess maybe it's just been doing this like drag thing where we get like low and then like it like it's kind of streaming and not streaming, and I don't know. But we were talking about like the weight loss journey and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's been pretty dope for a lot of people, and it is funny how it just kind of happened that way. But like we were talking, and again, I don't know if it came through, but we both, separate from each other and separate from Kev, funny enough, just started kind of naturally doing that ourselves around the same time. And it's funny too, though, because this in no way kind of preceded it necessarily, but there was a point earlier on in that where or in that like weight loss deal where, and I'm talking real early, like I woke up, this is back when I was still at our old apartment and stuff, so this has been years ago, and I woke up and I was taking a shit and my wife like starts banging on the door. I was like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? And I was like, what? And she like, started reading me the tweet about Kevin Smith having had a heart attack, and on basically, on stage at I can't remember what club it was, but I about like fell off the fucking toilet and had a heart attack myself, just about. So I was like, my hero. But it was just like, that was a reaffirming thing, because like I said, I'd just recently kind of done my own thing at then. But he's like, and of course he was going like, lactose free and like vegan and stuff, and I didn't necessarily take those choices myself, though I totally respect his choices in doing so, obviously, and I love to see that he's had the positive results that he has had. But it was just like, especially in a grouping of years where too many like steadfast and amazing creative minds have left us, I was like, I don't know that I can take being in a world without Kevin Smith right now. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Like we've lost the lights of Stan Lee and others, just, like so many nameless, I mean, countless names rather.
And I'm not going to trivialize, anybody's life or anything.
Oh no.
Stan Lee, he was in his 90s.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he had lived a very full and good life. Absolutely.
It's definitely less depressing than someone who is, was 44. In his 40s at the time.
Yeah. Or 43 at the time. Yeah.
Was he 43?
He was.
Was it really?
It was. It was
9
like.
Years?
Oh, shit. Hold on, I have to remember. I want to say, unless it was.
Because he said he's turning 52.
Dude, we need some cheat codes for these fucking shopping carts. But yeah,
for those of you who are listening to the podcast and not watching it live, we are playing Jam Silent Bob's Mall Brawl right now, and there is a Battletoads-esque level where you're able to go across on shopping carts.
Fucking horseshit.
They're literally ridiculous. Babies flying everywhere.
Dude, I know. I fucking thought I was playing Fractured But Whole here for a second. So many fucking babies sliding across the floor.
Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm being so silent, it half has to do with the fact that while I do love Kevin Smith, I'm nowhere close to the fan that these two are, and also I'm trying not to crash a shopping cart.
So I like how he lumped me into these two when I'm literally sitting next to Grizz. It's like I would like to think I'm a casual fan, and
I don't know how to like classify myself. Like I say, like I'm a fanatic or whatever, but I'm a fan of his. I love his work, and like you mentioned, I had wanted to emulate a lot of the things that he was able to do creatively and shit, and took inspiration from a lot of those things. And so that's meaningful, regardless of what level, of fan I suppose you kind of orient to or what have you. That's, I think, the most impactful or important kind of connection you can have with a creator. But I mean, to that point, yeah, I mean, I guess I would likely fall in above average, admittedly. Like I won't throw my I'm number one. Probably number 37.
Yeah. Well, I will say that anything that I'm actually a fan of, I'm at best a casual fan.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's hard to be like a stan about shit,
Right. Yeah, I don't have encyclopedic knowledge about literally anything. So yeah, definitely You would definitely be what a person would consider as a fan.
I'll take
I'm
it
someone that likes him.
for sure.
And then Rick apparently, based off of that, kind of secretly detests him. I'm not calling anybody out. Not calling anybody out. But Rick might as well have just said, "I hate Kevin Smith."
Wow, this Zim's fighting words. Give me that fucking
Wow.
sandwich. That movie burger. I had to get that movie burger. I had a movie burger in the game,
Nice.
but I did not make it to one of the movie pop-up restaurants, unfortunately.
Who, if you had to,
I wanted to go be an extra in the reboot, but I couldn't get the block of time off like that I needed to get to the secret stash.
So Grizz,
Yeah.
based off of the importance in your life, who would be like the top level person that you would be willing to kill to have gone to one of those movies?
Oh, dude, like
You have to name names.
you might as well shave my head and call me 47 because I'm going deep. I'll fucking red tie, black jacket that shit and silver ball my way to the Smod Castle, okay? Like to the secret stash.
He's showing up covered in blood. Give me a burger.
Yeah, I'm here. I have done all unspeakable things to be named in the credits of one Kevin Smith movie. Please and thank you. Where do I sign?
Man. Oh, that's disheartening to know that he would kill me to get a movie burger.
No, not literally. I theoretically and for a bit.
Oh, so you don't want it that bad, huh?
Oh no! Did my troller die? Shit! I'm dying and my controller won't move. I don't know what happened.
I feel like Rick
Okay.
just figured out how to jump in those shopping carts.
Oh no, that's how I've been getting. That's how I've been getting as far as I have been getting. Is I've been sticking to the bottom and just jumping like almost the entire time. It's how I get as far as I do.
Dude. Oh no. Yeah, I think my controller is fucking like.
Hey, as long as Rick's there to field the babies for you, I think you'll be fine.
Field your babies.
It looked like it was looking like that Rick was just taking the shopping carts. Oh, game over. That means we have to stop the podcast.
No. Oh, magic. Oh my god. Okay. Woo. Okay, but anyway.
Oh, I thought it ended. Okay, so we're good.
No, it shouldn't have. I hope not.
Oh man.
I got so much shit going on over here. I can't keep a window up, for making sure of other things. I mean, it wouldn't be accurate to whatever anyway, I'm sure. But
So I will say this. I have kind of I think I may have seen a premise to Clerks 3 if you are interested in hearing it.
I'm usually not one for spoilers, but
A premise
Clerks 3
is a spoiler, though.
No, it's not. And I've been waiting for anything I basically, after the last time that we thought like this, Clerks 3 wasn't going to happen, I was essentially under the impression like I had kind of accepted the fact that it was more than likely never going to be a thing. So I not only did I wait an incredibly long time anticipating one, it also took me a long time to come to like, okay, I'm just going to have to find a way to be okay that Clerks 3, I mean, very similar to I expect Kevin Smith felt himself. Like, I'm just going to have to find a way to be okay that Clerks 3 isn't going to happen. And it was a tough thing for me, but that sounds like kind of dickish of me to say because obviously it was much harder for him, I'm sure. But like it did suck as a fan, being like, it sucks that one, that didn't happen for him, and two, I really wanted to see that movie. You know what I mean?
I get it. Definitely.
But yeah, so hit me with a premise. I'm totally for it.
All right, I will read from therap.com. So he says, it starts out with a quote, says, "I'm going to bring my boys right back to where they brought me," end quote, Smith tells The Wrap. Kevin Smith says the plot of Clerks 3 will revolve around the main character, Randall, recovering from a heart attack. A story that's inspired by the director's own comeback after a severe heart attack that nearly killed him in 2018.
Okay.
So it says, Clerks 3 will begin with cynical video store turned fast food cashier Randall suffering a heart attack and having something of a midlife crisis after his near-death experience. What he and his buddy Dante do from there might be the most meta and personal twist Smith has come up with yet. Quote, "Randall has a heart attack, decides that he came so close to death, and his life has meant nothing, so there's nobody to memorialize him. He has no family or anything like that. And in recovery, while under fentanyl, he comes to the conclusion at midlife, having almost died, having worked in a movie store his whole life and watched other people's movies, he tells Dante, 'I think we need to make a movie.' So Dante and Randall make Clerks. And that's the story of Clerks 3.
God.
That is meta as
I
hell.
fucking love it. And also, I'm so glad to hear that this is a thing. And like, oh my fucking God. Oh my God, did I do it? Oh my God, I did it. Did we Ah!
Did it?
Okay.
Yes, you did it.
I beat the level. Snooch to the
Snooch.
nooch. Hell yeah. Fuck.
So I will say that while that does sound awesome,
no, it just sounds amazing. I cannot wait.
I
gotta take a piss.
The very premise of this movie sounds like it may be the last Clerks movie.
Well,
yeah.
Look at the fucking. Okay, that's a shit. Oh, it's the shit demon from fucking Dogma. Oh, but look at this writing on the wall in this. It says Clerks burn in hell and finger cuffs. I love it. Oh my God, this is crafted with love. This is, I mean, it's not the most well done or, you know, like masterpiece, you know, video game, but I will give it its fucking chops. It is got character in spades. I'm sorry, I just had to fucking throw in Terra Bang a bone there for a second. I still really want to play Chronic Blunt Punch though, so like, you know, keep sending updates and stuff. But anyway, back to the original you know, point there. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it is, you know, the final Clerks movie, and it honestly, it's one more than I expected I would get, so I'm happy with
Absolutely.
it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, just having, you know, like it was so in a different way. Oh no, go ahead.
Can I interject here? You guys are really shitty at this game.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I mean, you're getting beaten up by shit in a game, so finger cuffs, finger guns. Choop 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 choop. Oh shit.
Is that should be our new oh wait, I guess that is a thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Ooh woo or whatever the fuck.
Is that what that means? Does that mean finger cuffs this whole time? Is that what this meant?
Oh my God.
Man, I can't be on TikTok anymore. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
no. Okay, well at least we got past the shopping carts. Now we got to get past the shit monsters. But
Story of my life.
dude, for real. But nah, man, yeah, the whole shebang about it was so relatable, and one of the reasons why I've always actually, because, you know, harken back to you want to fucking talk about like being Kevin Smith, like I'll do a deep cut on my own content here for a sec and throw back to the Star Wars episodes of this very podcast that I've been a guest of, and, you know, talking about how I defend episode 3 and shit, and like the fucking betrayal and feeling that, you know, betrayal between, you know, from Obi-Wan's perspective against Anakin, you know, and you get that, like Kevin put that same type of heart and feeling into a movie that for other intents and purposes, is talking about trying to reclaim the word porch monkey and fucking a Lord of the Rings reference, calling it gay and all this other shit. But like having this really heartfelt like fallout between Dante and Randall, and like coming to terms of like, I fucking love you and please don't leave me, and like all this shit, and having that connection as like just a genuine friend, and people are lucky to have connections like that, you know. And it sucks that sometimes they also have to come to an end for various reasons, but I mean, it's just to have captured that in a movie like Clerks 2. I mean, it's fucking genius.
Definitely. I think the reason why it's like that is because isn't Clerks kind of his... I don't want to say it's his story, but it's what was inspired by his life experiences, right?
He grew up in Jersey, and you know, and Red Bank had the Quick Stop, and he was, you know, what was registered jockeying for a couple years, and feeling like a lot of especially, and I find this to be especially true for people who tend to be of a more creative mindset and stuff like that, but feeling like whatever, unless you grow up, you know, outside of certain circumstances, you grow up in like, you're like, my town is small, I'm here in this dead end fucking job, and I'm like a teenager, but like, this is when I need to be getting my shit together to set up the rest of my life for what I want to do. And like, and feeling like you're the monotony and like kind of just like dragged down, I'm stuck in this like rut. And it continues through, in some cases, not consistently or consecutively, but like, you know, it continues throughout different parts of, if not consecutively, throughout like your late teens, mid to late 20s, your 30s, probably until we, you know, go 6 feet or in a furnace, you know what I mean? Like, in one way or another. It's just like one of those things. It's like the human condition, or very easily relatable or understandable.
Yeah, wasn't he? See, it's always easy for me to watch Clerks and be like, Kevin was Dante, but Kevin was Randall, wasn't he?
I'm pretty sure it was both. Like aspects of both of those characters.
There's splits of his. And it was Jay until Jay became his own character, but also Brian Flanagan, or Walter Flanagan and Brian. I can't remember Brian's last name for whatever reason, but you know, the guys who do like Steve Dave and shit, like he knew that. Oh fuck, we're taking a doozy. Hell yeah. In the game, sorry. No, we just literally dropped trout and started dropping shit on the track, kids. Snooch to the nooch. But you know, back on point. It's just, yeah, I mean, he knew those guys, Brian and Walter and all those, Jay even, from the fucking, kind of like, it's not a YMCA necessarily, but it was like that. It's like a community center type deal in Jersey. And, that's where he met a lot of those guys, and you know, that's a lot of the people who got him into comics, like Walter and Brian, and that's where he got a lot of the inspiration, and he even used them as multiple characters. Actually, the offended guy with the glass, he's like, I'll never come back to this establishment again. That's Walt. He's also in the crowd, or he's the pack of smokes guy, which is after he gets assaulted with Chuli's, or not Chuli's, he gets a Chuli's rep and he gets cigarettes tossed at him and shit. He's like, pack of smokes. He's like, you fucking kidding me? He's like, take that shit and get out of here. You know, so all of these, I think it did have a lot of his personality, but it had a lot of the other guys in it as well, if not, you know, their own separate character.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's always good to see his inserts, like the people who have inspired him in his life, and the people who are there for him and stuff like that, and to see aspects of him in these movies as well. So.
Absolutely. Well, did you know his? Here's another tidbit or interesting fact. While we're on the topic of shit I love about Clerks, did you know that Grace Smith? Grace. That's how he always, because his dad. I always have to do that because on podcasts when he's talking about his mom, he always calls her by his name in like an impression of his dad, which was always Grace, the fat one's doing movies again or whatever. Like. And it just always, it brings a light to my heart. I love that. And God rest his soul, Kev's dad, that is. But yeah, Grace, his mom, was in Clerks. The milkmaid. The milkmaid. But that was another one. Walt was also Eggman. He's like the guidance counselor where he smashes the egg. Yeah. So that's like 3 or 4 characters that Walt was in Clerks alone.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with this. I would, and I hate to say this, I'm probably one of those people, but this is where I came in on Kevin Smith's work. I would love to see a revisit to Mallrats.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Mallrats 2 definitely needs to happen.
And, I mean, especially with the way malls are nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I mean? This is okay. So I have a theory about this, and I've not looked into it because I don't want a tinfoil hat on something that I hold so pure and lovingly and all that shit. So I'm trying to like avoid it. But you want to know what I really think happened with Mallrats 2?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and again, if there has been any allusion to these and this in like podcasts in the past few months, I honestly haven't. Because I've been working from home a lot, for about a year and a half now, I don't have a commute, so I don't listen to as many podcasts as I want to or used to. So I have to like find time to fit them in now, as opposed to having the excuse of the drive to work to listen to them. But so I haven't listened to most of Kev's stuff over the past few months if it's been referenced. But what I really think happened with Mallrats 2 is that Kev kept talking about like shit that was happening, because the whole big thing about Mallrats 2 was that like the culmination of it, the way it was going to end, essentially had to do with like the mall like being destroyed or by as consequence or getting blown up or whatever. So he was trying to find and buy like a plot of mall real estate that was available and could and the dates would match up to where it would be in demolition around the same time that the movie would be, or like that it would make sense for the script and shit like that. And they wouldn't have to worry about having to be like, oh, well, now the mall's gone, we can't reshoot or blah, blah, blah. Like they'd be all wrapped and done with that by the time it, went kaboom. Even though I think a model of that or whatever was supposed to be in the movie, like the mall's destruction. Now, that being a big premise and that constantly causing like some backup and shit like that for the filming process or even the pre-production process, one of the things was that they had there was another bidder on the mall that they were trying to get for the making of Mallrats 2. Guess what came out like around that time that featured a fucking mall and needed the space and needed a mall that could be destroyed? Stranger Things 3, I think it was. Yeah, the most recent season.
Oh.
Netflix bought out the same mall that they were trying to use for Mallrats 3. That's my conspiracy theory, if you will. And that's why Mallrats 2 didn't happen or has not happened yet.
Now, I will say this. I believe that mall has been used in other movies.
Okay.
I think that mall got used in... It was a zombie movie on Well, fuck. It was a Netflix show, so... Netflix probably used it twice.
Yep. And before they were like, okay, and now there's no time left for any other things to happen before this thing goes kaput, so... Yeah. And now that malls are less of or have been increasingly less of a thing over the past, probably 5-10 years at least. And with what has occurred over the past year and a half, from a society standpoint, I highly doubt that malls as we knew them were ever going to be a huge thing again. So it's like an increasingly less likelihood that Mallrats 2 would kind of come to fruition, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it would have been perfect, especially like, it had to have been a rundown mall.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it would have been perfect to have, you know what, like even the friends from Mallrats, like, you know what, we're going to meet back up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to meet back up. We're going to meet at the mall, and what the fuck happened? And like maybe they get together and they're like, you know what, we're going to bring them all back.
Yeah, and then it's like the casual mail. Ben Affleck has to come and be a dick to everybody.
Oh, man. I wish more people understood the backseat of a Volkswagen joke.
Hell yeah. 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 That's so good. It's classic.
It's like Ben Affleck's really good at being a dick.
Hey, right? It's like, is there something to that?
Even the ones where he was supposed to be the nice guy, like Chasing Amy, he was still like a dick. It's like,
yeah, Holden McNeil was not a good guy.
No, not at all.
Like, not, I mean, like, he had decent qualities, but like his intent was not great from the outset. And like, you know, he was just like, oh, I don't really care. This is how I feel. So, like, you can feel that way, too, at first. You know, the whole, like, she just needs a good dick. And like, my wife is bi. Like, that line fucking infuriates her. And it's supposed to, like, you know, for good reason, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's a fucking asshole and bullshit thing to say or think. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to... Jesus. Can't knock until you try it. Like sometimes, well, you know, I've never been shot in the face, but I'm pretty sure, you know, I'd be like, I don't know, it's really for me. I mean, 2022 keeps this shit up, and maybe. but as of right now, I think I'm straight on that one.
It was very well worded.
Thank you. But yeah, it's just like that type of shit, and I think that it was very poignantly timed too, because it was like kind of ahead of its time a little bit in approaching a lot of those subjects.
I think it was perfectly timed. It was right there at the beginning of people waking up to what the fuck shit like that meant.
Right.
And it woke a lot of people up. You know what I mean? It's like they watch that movie and they're like, oh, I'm the dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
because, like, you know, she gets to, like, give her heart-to-heart to him out there in the rain, in the street, or in the SUV, and shit like that. And it's like, God, like, these things are so fucking fresh and real. And, like, you know, say what you will about Ben Affleck and Joey Adams, or Joey McAdams, or Joey Adams. I fucking love Joey McAdams, if that's her name. I can't remember exactly.
Isn't it Joey Lauren Adams?
That might, yeah. I fucking love her. She's awesome, and I love her in that movie. That movie is why I love her so much.
I'm glad, and I'll say this. I'm glad that she went from the girl who showed her tits in Mallrats to this powerful character.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Especially for the time period. It was great. Also, one of the best speeches Silent Bob has given.
Oh yeah, when he's talking about that's Chasing Amy. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and it's like, because you know where it's coming from and you know who the fuck he's talking about.
Yep.
I knew who the fuck he was talking about before I watched it, and I'm just sitting there like,
oh my God.
What the fuck, man? She's in this movie, bro.
Yeah.
You wrote this. You wrote this speech, and she's in this movie, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like, I know you guys didn't get back together, but I mean, did she cry? What? You know what I mean?
Who hurt you? We all know who hurt you. Never. Don't. You don't have to answer. That's a redundant question.
Well, it's safe to say that he hurt himself in that situation.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, such a good movie. And man, and I'm having a hard time. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, just so that I can back up what I'm about to say. But it was definitely, it was a very grown up take on relationships.
Oh,
and
yeah.
realizing that you are the one that fucked up. And it was real easy to assume, like, he probably at the very end of that relationship probably was like, you know what, man, she's a fucking bitch. And then like later on was like, wait a minute,
That's that fucking default mode, dude. You know, when you get your heart broken, you immediately are like, man, this is well, not all the time, but in many cases, that's like a default or a defense mechanism. You know, you go on.
You don't want to hurt.
Right.
So you don't want to hurt. So you're going to say it was the other person. But then for him to just stop and just be like, you know what?
Wait a minute.
Wow,
This is all me.
I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up, and I want to get her back, but it's too fucking late.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's good. It's good to know that they could still be friends after that and everything like that. But just knowing that, you know what? Hey, you fucked up, bro.
Yep.
So yeah, it was good. And if he listens to this, and I'm bringing up some painful scars. Sorry, man, but you're with a hot lady now with a wonderful family and a wonderful career. So hey, it worked out for you, bud.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he always talks about how he like worships his wife, essentially Jen and shit. And I love him because I feel very similarly about, like my wife a lot of ways. Like, she's a very independent person, much like Jen, and, doesn't take shit from anybody, much like his wife in a lot of cases.
Kevin Smith is one of the only people you can say infamously loves his wife.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, the man is known for having the worst tweet of all time, and it's a tweet about how much he loves fucking his wife.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Yep.
That's the worst tweet of all time?
That's what people call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he used like all 144 characters or whatever just to, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was, yeah.
The story is apparently he lost a bet and had to post it or whatever.
Oh my God, we beat the fucking chocolate covered pretzel. Hell yeah. But yes, it's great. If you just Google Kevin Smith worst tweet ever, just because I'm sure there's like a million people are like, oh my God, this is the worst tweet ever. # worst tweet. Like fucking bullshit. But like you Google it, you'll find it. And you could even, fucking read it. I'm over here kicking ninja butt. Okay.
You can literally...
I said Kevin Smith worst, and it said tweet of all time.
Yep.
Oh
my God, I need a breather here.
You don't even have to put Kevin Smith on that. If you put worst tweet of all time, that'll be the one that shows up. You can break open that crane machine and maybe you'll get some health out of it.
All right. What is this? Is this it? 10 years in, and we bone like we're cheating on each other with each other.
Yes.
Decade. Oh, stop!
It's so good.
A decade plus, and her clit/brown/taint area still pones my dick.
That's the one.
That is certainly the one.
I mean, come on.
No! It's so close.
It's so funny, and then like I shouldn't be doing this, but going through and looking at the comments.
Oh God, yeah. Why ever go to the comments of anything?
You know what? No, you know what? And it says 5 years ago today, I lost a bet to Jen Schwalbach. Prize was to post the worst tweet she could muster on my Twitter.
Yep. Oh God, I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty infamous to this day. But like my point being is, you can tell how much the man loves his wife, and infamously so.
Yep.
And not many people. You can't say that about many people.
No, you cannot.
So it says, but then someone tweeted after that, it says, this is total revisionist history based on trolling by these two people.
Okay.
then one of those people was like, Kevin, this doesn't explain all the other sex tweets.
Yeah, there are a lot. You know, and if I could, you know, have my own media, you know, production business or like, you know, do my own thing creatively and make money for it and shit, I'd go and make a bunch of sex tweets about me and my wife too, because I'd have no fucking company to come and like, you know, be like, oh, you can't say that or whatever, you know, like it can't come back to haunt me outside of like, oh, critics think my work is shit and like my fans like to talk about how small my dick is and like all this shit, like, which I'm like, I'll take that trade all fucking day. I will take that trade all day. I want it. Just like as bad as this fucking carpet wants to go back to the 90s bowling alleys that it came from. If you can see
it's funny.
Game footage.
I'm looking at this game right now, and you know, during the crisis, there was a big craze with Animal Crossing, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. My wife got a Switch and that game and got all the way into it, and I played a little bit of it even. So yes, I'm familiar.
This arcade looks like my basement in that game.
That's so cool. Yeah, I will say they had a lot of really cool like fucking carpet and wallpaper schemes you could do. Like that was dope. There should have been way more shit to do on the island after like, you know, so long, but like
yeah.
It was pretty dope. I'll give him that. Get over here, you jabroni. Give me that fucking bottle.
Funny, I had some place I was gonna go, and I completely got derailed by the worst tweet.
By the worst tweet ever.
And you know what though? Still, it's like I get it. This is what in 2009, so like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost. No, you know what? The 12-year anniversary for this tweet was 10 days ago.
Oh shit.
So,
are we doing this episode at the right time or what?
Dude, you're fucking telling me. Yeah, Clerk's announcement. Like, just fucking fate is a real thing, okay? Not well. I mean, whatever you know. There's a lot of different, but it's like the universe does align sometimes. We'll leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but it's like I get it. He's a famous guy, but like there's people talking about how it's too graphic or something. It's like, is it though? Do you know who this man is?
Right.
Do you know who this man is?
What, somebody really wants to try and go cancel fucking Kevin Smith against, like, for a tweet like that, like 12 years ago or some shit? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, he's got shit in Tusk 3 years or 5 years ago that's way worse than that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like, okay, let me get this straight. Let's just say this was a candid tweet, and he tweeted this. He had feelings one day, and he got on to Twitter, and he's like, I'm going to say this.
I believe that's what actually happened, personally.
But he's tweeting this about his wife.
Right.
Yeah.
A woman that he is in love with.
Who he's married to.
100% be allowed.
Who is the mother of his child.
Who apparently, you know, they still have a very healthy sex life, at that point, at least.
Yes.
And they're obviously just stupid, immature with each other all the time anyways.
Which is another thing I can really appreciate because I do the same thing with my wife. I mean, I am stupid and immature and like all the time. Ask Rick, my hetero life mate of best friends and shit. And you know, even you to a point, Baron, you know, in the unfortunate limited time thus far that we've had, but I look forward to the time to come. But you know, I'm
saying this right now. We haven't known each other for very long, but I would be more than willing to get on Twitter and talk about me owning your brown spot. Just saying.
Dude, I would love for you to. Please do it.
Right?
I'll retweet it. I'll heart it.
And we're not even really fucking. So
no.
That's just. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be like, oh, Kev can't talk about his wife that way. That's disrespectful. It's like, first of all, allegedly, she's the one who talked about it, you know, since the tweet was drafted by her or whatever. And second of all, even if he did do it, like, so fucking what?
He probably says that to her.
Disrespectful. Yeah, they say that. They say shit like that to each other before breakfast every morning. At least they did when they did Plus One. I love that podcast. Another plug for that, dude. And speaking of, I can't plug my boy enough because if the roles were reversed, he'd fucking do it for us. So, and if he ever picks this up and listens to it, maybe he will. But if you are not aware, you can listen to, at this point, hundreds of episodes of amazing podcast content on either smodcast.com, or a lot of it's on Stitcher, which is a internet radio podcast app. I would highly, highly recommend it, and it's super good. His podcasts are very inspirational, or just fucking funny, especially those with Scott Mosier. I love Scott, and that was another big thing. His partner in crime, the Canadian. The reason why he loves Canada, well, not the reason why he loves Canada so much, I guess, but I think that's why he took to it the way he did, was because he and Scott had a huge friendship and shit. And so yeah, just whew. Sorry, and I'm trying to kick these ninjas' booties.
I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to do another terrible spot for our affiliate. So when your dick has been pwned by your significant other's brown spot, clitoris, taint area, sometimes you might want to get clean afterwards. In which case, you can visit geekyclean.com/discount/guilddecree and get 10% off your order of soaps, bath bombs, and other geeky stuff with dice inside. It's super cool, and it helps us out. So go check them out, or just go to geekyclean.com and use discount code guilddecree to get 10% off your order.
Hell yeah. Dude, did you really fucking clear that spot with them?
No.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, but to be fair, they're not sponsoring us.
No,
that's true. That's true. Yeah. But still, that's fucking hilarious, though. Oh my god, I love it, and I love you, Rick. Did you see the balls on that one? I'm punching a fucking wall. Oh man. Okay, there we go. I got it.
We are going to be the fastest podcast to ever lose an affiliate involved.
Dude, can we go ahead and write Guinness about that? Can we be like, hey, bruh, right? I'm just going to go ahead and let you know, at record speed, that this record, it needs to be recorded. Can you say...
Wow, they held on to that affiliate for 5 minutes.
Whoa. I'm sure they would fucking appreciate that. The artistry that went into crafting that was well written,
right,
topical, and relevant. And if anybody's got a problem with it, then come to me.
Yeah, well, that kind of just goes into my opinion that people look at sexuality very weirdly in the United States. I guess that comes from being founded by puritanicals, but
100%.
But God forbid
because fuck us, right? No, says them.
No, no one should ever fuck
ever for any reason.
But
babies, Jesus.
Procreation.
Ben Franklin walks in. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. hold my kite and my Kit Kat.
Hold my kite. My beer is attached to it.
Oh my god. Combo. Ah!
Are you still fighting that fucking pretzel?
No, I was the ninjas and they got me.
Oh, the ninjas.
Yeah, the
ninjas. You just haven't cleared this room yet.
Nope. Well, there's two rooms.
This room, but there's more after it, and it's a checkpoint thing.
Yeah. Combo.
We're really bad at this game.
Also, I am trying to, make the talkies, so
yes.
Make the good ear audio audible fucking for your ear pussy, as Kevin loves to put it. If you go and
should I read that tweet all ASMR like?
Oh my god, please do. I'll get so hard right now.
When you need a cold shower after that.
Oh my god.
I'm not doing it again. No.
I would forgive you if you did. It would be totally justified for that. That was a great plug. Haha.
Oh Lord. I'm
Oh,
getting
my
caught
God.
up watching y'all play.
Hell
This is very much like Double Dragon, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a very
It's 100%
old
Double
school,
Dragon.
old arcade Double Dragon. Got a little bit of, Streets of Rage almost feel a little bit to it too. Yeah,
Definitely old school beat 'em up.
hell yeah. And like
River City
Rick said,
Ransom.
yeah, River City. Like Rick was saying earlier, like the fucking God help me Battletoad shit. That was very well. Also, and honestly, they did it much better and not as ridiculously or terribly hard. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Had we
Turtles,
been playing,
Turtles in
had we
Time.
been playing, had we been playing Battletoads, we never would have got through it.
Oh my God! Well, we still fucking might not. I just comboing this asshole and he's not going down. That fucking punch is unforgiving.
The scene that I'm seeing right now is you beating up the little kids, and it reminds me so much of Minecraft. Like when the little baby zombies come out, they're like the worst.
Yes,
They're the worst things ever.
Well, their hitboxes are so weird, and then you got these little wannabe Sub-Zeros that, for whatever reason, the delay for YouTube is like 34 seconds on. But
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Just anybody watching, I'm watching. Yeah, 34 seconds behind because I have to watch YouTube. I have to watch YouTube.
I've been there
YouTube,
on that struggle.
Right?
Oh my God. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, as far as I'll I keep forgetting that we're gonna have that spatial between the audio and video for the different mediums. So I'll try to not rely too heavily on the reference of the video, I suppose, just for all viewers to be taken into consideration.
If you're listening to this audio, Lee, and you really, really want to know what we're talking about, the VOD will be up on YouTube. You can
don't let me like shortcut that shit for you. Go check that shit out.
That
Support
literally
us.
anybody,
Love us.
I'll just say, people watching us live right now are on time. I'm literally the only one that's not on time.
True.
I'm talking more live than what people are able to see. I'm seeing what everybody else is seeing.
In delay.
I'm at the biggest disadvantage here. So.
Oh, and our moderators we fucking structured this like geniuses, didn't we? I'm just
absolutely.
I'm just playing.
100%. We are nothing if not professional.
If we had not planned, or if we had planned any more, this would have been like the fucking, I don't know, historical reference. Insert one here.
Which is funny because I think we're talking about doing this more often. So let's just see how that works out.
Oh, this YouTube deal?
Yeah, the live podcasts.
Hell yeah, I would be down for it if you guys need a guest to do it. I like doing the live format as well. I'm down. I love doing the Zelda episode live. That was really cool. And doing this one live has been a blast. Continues to be. If I take another Ninja Star in the back, though, I'm gonna have to go see
the pretzel throws Ninja Stars.
Hokage. No,
the
the Sub-Zero wannabes.
The pretzels.
He's fucking with us, Rick. Ow! Don't chain me, Daddy. I don't give you my consent. Get away.
Yeah, this seems like be like a never-ending board. I don't think I've seen you guys stop yet. You just keep going around in a circle.
Oh my God, I fucking died again.
Fight skateboard people, little kids, pretzel guy, ninja. Over and over again.
And then these fucking cleaner guys, they mop us up.
No!
So, I'm pretty sure that's like the next checkpoint too. It feels like it. But anyway, sorry, Baron, go ahead.
You know, a way off subject, but thinking about Kevin Smith doing He-Man, and definitely, I mean, I'd love to see him do more cartoons.
Oh hell yeah!
Obviously, the man has a passion for them too. He does. You know what I think would be cool is if the Guild at some point did a Saturday mornings cartoon live podcast.
Oh hell yeah!
We just wake up on a Saturday morning in our PJs, eat some cereal, and just watch cartoons.
Oh my God!
We could kind of do that as a community thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like instead of a game night.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I said podcast, but you knew what I was talking about.
I do now.
Yeah,
He does now.
You said what I was talking about.
You thought what I said when I said what I was thinking when
Right,
I was.
You said what I was thinking and kept to myself so that nobody knew what I was talking about.
My precious.
You're welcome.
Yesterday.
So yeah, maybe we could do a day when they finally get his Masters of the Universe out. Maybe we could do a Saturday morning cartoon special.
Hell yeah.
We'd have to be careful about how we did it though,
yeah,
because
for DRM and whatnot.
Discord has
content.
Well,
Discord has been cracking down on us DCMA takedowns and stuff like that.
That's what I've been seeing. But yeah, maybe we could do something. I don't know.
That's the fucking move. We need to get on both sides of this guy and just fuck him up.
We could even talk. We can even talk to everybody in the community and just being like, "Hey, look, we're gonna start at this time. Start your Netflix at this time."
Yep.
Oh yeah, true. Queued up.
We can even do. They have like Netflix watch parties now, right? Like you can.
But I think it's limited to the number that can join, isn't it? Like to watch it synced up or whatever.
I'm sure we can look into it.
Yeah. I mean, even if our initial participatory audience is small enough, then maybe that would, fit within it. Oh, man. And speaking of shameless plugs, while we're while we're sitting here plugging things shamelessly and whatnot, Rick and I's game night will be coming back, alternating Tuesdays here, starting, what's the date, the 27th? Is that what it is?
27th will be the return of Okami, and tomorrow will be the return of Community Game Night.
Right.
We'll be playing Jackbox games.
Jackbox, woo! I'm looking forward to that. Yep. I love Jackbox. It's been a minute. We're gonna do some drawful. I'm gonna be an awful person. I'll bury a little bit of the lead. I always have like whatever I can think of as the most fucked up username as I can think of. Like every time I play, I just try to think of like what's the stupidest or like dirtiest fucking bullshit username I can come up with, and then I play off of it the whole time and make stupid references that get old really quickly.
I think I'm contractually obligated to put Baron as my username every time now.
Yeah, I could just go Grizz my tag or whatever, but this old bear's got a couple other tricks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, on Community Game Night, I usually try to live myself as GM Rick.
Well, you have fun with that. I'm just, some fat guy in a jersey that plays hockey occasionally and edits our video, not our podcast, because that's all you, I think, Rick. And I'm not going to take credit for editing shit I don't edit. But I do a lot of our other projects and stuff. So, and then we've got our other game nights, or our stream nights, I'll call it, to try and differentiate, I suppose is better. Our stream nights and then, community game night, which I love doing weekly. And I feel that maybe I can hide in the ambiguity a little bit and go for the obscure, like your mom's nipple clamps or something, stupid and racy. Or your Uncle Joe's strap-on or something. God, I died again.
Do that. Well, you died on me right before the pretzel. That's not good.
Yeah, I left you hanging, bro. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love Kevin Smith. I love that man. I love his work. We dedicate this podcast to you, Kevo, or at least my portion.
Let's just be glad we all missed out on the. Let's just be glad we all missed out on the Superman movie.
Yeah. Truth.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, in his defense, if he would have made that Superman movie, that he would have just been a pawn of the WB.
Oh yeah, 100%. Which is why I'm glad he didn't do it.
Right, because it allowed him to stay true to himself and continue to make his product and produce the work that he enjoys, which is obviously the cult following that he's garnered has, I think, gravitated and respected him as a creator and his work for those very reasons.
Yep. Because, I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, you think Clerks 3 would be fucking made if, like, Kevin at any point listened to the critics? Probably not.
No, definitely not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he's like, nah, fuck these guys. I like making this shit for me and the people who, want to like it too. That is amazing, and I love it.
Yep.
God. Rick.
I thought we had it that time. I really did.
I thought maybe. But we did not. Fell short, bruh.
He's been directing some TV shows lately too, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did a few episodes of Supergirl and the Flash for CW, which was dope.
Yeah,
he also did. He did a. I want to say he did an episode of, or he may not have. He may not have been the actual director, but I think he was like director of photography or like maybe a production role of some sort, editing. He did something for an episode of The Mandalorian. I know that. I can't remember what exactly.
Okay.
Which, I mean...
He threw on the mask for 30 minutes, and he was Mando.
Oh, that's why. Okay. That makes sense now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I love that he and JJ, and the other, like, producers around, like, a lot of these Marvel and Star Wars properties, like, fucking like to, like, be cool with other people that they respect in the medium. Like JJ letting him come out of the fucking Millennium Falcon as like a religious experience, quite literally. I would have been for me too, and probably both of you to an extent. I feel like Rick maybe.
Oh yeah.
But Baron, I know you're a fan as well. I can't recall exactly to what extent you claim or would like put yourself at or what have you. But I mean that would be like, oh my God, this is where Luke shot. At the fucking, X-Wing, or not X-Wings, TIE fighters, TIE bombers, and etc. And this is where fucking, Chewie took the dish and swung it around and they fucking had it crash on the planet and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I would love to have been in Mando and dressed as the Mando for 30 seconds or whatever. Like that's fucking cool. I want to do that. I want to direct an episode of The Flash. I want to do that. I want to make a movie like Clerks.
I have to say that I know that the biggest thing surrounding The Mandalorian with Kevin Smith was his reaction to the end of season 2. And like he got a lot of shit for that, and it's like
that was almost exactly my reaction, honestly. I mean, like not to try and sound like, oh, I love Kevin Smith and I react the same way too. But like it really was like seeing Luke come on there and like everything else was like, oh my fucking God. Spoilers, but I mean I think the period has like kind of passed, right?
We have a general warning for spoilers on the show anyways.
Okay, word. Good deal. So yeah. But yeah, so I mean that to me also, the Black Glove, the X-Wing, coming into the bay, like that was, it was one of those moments for me too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm actually very happy to see him reacting to things like that.
Absolutely.
Like reacting to things like that, thanks to the movies, and like, because one, I will say this, it normalizes the male reaction with tears.
Which
because,
I won't shy away from. I do that from time to time.
Right, and I can guarantee you that we were all raised to think that tears on a dude are weak.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good that, hey, we're allowed to feel again. That's great. I love it.
If not by our parents, then just by society in general.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, not throwing anybody's parents under the bus, but definitely society.
Just in general, that was kind of how shit went for a while.
Yeah, the reason why I said us is because I know that we all come from that time period.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely.
So yeah, so I'm happy to see that he's out there reacting to these in a very, and like I said before, he is not a good enough actor to just throw tears on like that for
Right.
a
Fuck.
non-genuine reaction. It's great. I love that these are having these emotional reactions like that. I'm glad to see that I'm glad to see him being a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that enough. I see these people out there who are acting and directing, and they're just like, "Hey, we're here to do a job." And then Kevin Smith is like, "Oh, I love this."
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what I've always wanted to do, and this is like really cool to. I really like it, but let me see it one more time, just like this or whatever. Oh my god, two of these assholes at the same time. That's what she said. And dude, also, can I just give my general absolute disdain and like unfortunate, like I hate that it didn't happen yet again. Like I feel like. And I've got another point that I'll add to this before I dive in, but like I want to say that I hate that Hollyweed didn't happen. It was such a good fucking premise. It was such a well-written show. Donnell Rollins is fucking hilarious, and I love that man. I actually met him alongside Dave way back when, and so I've really liked him as well. So I thought it was just fucking dope we're going to play air hockey? Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, sorry. But like, what the fuck? Do we have to hit the thing back? Nope, that didn't work. Oh, it says kick it. Try and kick it? Oh, I guess we'll have to try next time. Okay, so that's the game. But yeah, so sorry I lost my train of thought because it's table hockey. Oh my god, all the way back here? Fuck this, dude. Fuck this. Oh shit. But okay. Yeah, I'm really terribly disappointed that Hollywood didn't happen. Maybe it can. Maybe they tried to do the like crowdsource deal, like say like pledge to like pay a certain amount per episode, and like you can basically crowd fund the production costs of a like TV series or movie or whatever, and that was kind of the way they went about it. I think it was on Rivit, RIVIT or something like that, I want to say.
Right.
But you can watch episode 1 on YouTube, and if you haven't, please do yourself the favor after having fully listened and enjoyed this. Go check it out because it's fucking amazing. But yeah, I hope maybe that project would be resurrected one day as well. But the other thing I wanted to touch on real briefly was just that that's another thing I really respect about Kevin as a creator is that he's got a lot of moving things, a lot of moving pieces, and a lot of them are in different places at different times. But like, just because it gets shot down at a particular point, or, he's got like 4 or 5 projects that he's kind of trying to keep in the wheelhouse or active or whatever, just because one of them dies, like, or has to be placed on pause or halt or whatever, he doesn't give up. And I admire that because it's one of the things that I struggle with the most is, having perseverance in the face of real rejection or adversity. You know what I mean? Like, and in a creative space, you're vulnerable because not all, but like most art, especially most, genuine art, is very personal or has pieces of you in it or experiences from your life, thoughts of yours, things like that. So to have it be shot down by critics, or to have studios say, I don't think, it's worth investing in your idea over and over again or whatever, like that is a fucking tough pill to swallow, especially when it can happen repeatedly. And so I've just really always admired his bounce back as a creative individual.
Absolutely. Yeah, he has determination. And I don't want to say I don't want to say he doesn't care, because I believe he cares. But he doesn't let it get to him too much. It doesn't stop him there. It may get to him, it may hurt his feelings, man may not enjoy the way he feels after, he sees a particularly devastating tweet about his work. But you know what? He keeps going, because even if somebody else doesn't like it, and I will go back to what we said before. He likes it.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, he's making the movies
For
that
him.
he likes. He wants to make with his friends, and as long as he gets to make that, like that's it.
And you know, and there's something to be said about that too. I think about like as far as being able to, or, you know, getting to that point as a creator to where you can just be like, you know, it sucks. Like, yeah, I wanted more people to feel this way or that way about it, but like being able to just be like, oh, these people really loved it, and being able to focus on the positives in that, you know.
Definitely.
Fuck. Sorry, I died. Shit.
Oh, I saw your mouth move. I was like, did we lose audio there for a second?
No, we just got a rather interesting little boss fight on our hands that's very difficult.
Yes.
You popping up and showing off your shorts there, Grizz. I have to show you something.
Oh yeah. Those are the pantsiest shorts I've ever seen. They're basically camo capris, and I approve.
Yeah, I couldn't go the full Kevin Smith route, the huge ones that he used to wear, but
yeah,
I figured this was good enough.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was out at our local street festival that, you know, every small town has every year.
Mm-hmm.
And my nephew was there, and like he was there with his little buddy, and they were just kind of looking at me and laughing. And my nephew comes over. He's like, Uncle Brad, why are your shorts so long? I'm like, because I'm from the fucking 90s.
Excuse me? Like, how
from the fucking 90s? Because I think they look good.
Dare you, bruh?
You little son of a bitch. I wasn't talking about him. Mom is my sister. I know her. It's okay for me to say that.
Right.
You little son of a bitch. Then I drop kicked him in his little face.
Yeah, that's right.
Ain't no 8-year-old stepping to me like that.
You show that nephew who's boss. Tell him no chalky milk.
no chalky milk.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god. Yeah, and there's so many. I think he got it right too, like doing just the way that he did, like Q&As and everything else to like really open up as a creator, really allowed him to like get into a really particular spot with his fan base, which has, I think, helped kind of maintain and keep a lot of his relevance or projects alive. And
I believe that he is one of the biggest influences on independent filmmaking out there.
Absolutely. 100. I could not agree more.
There was a huge deluge of it from the time he made Clerks on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like there's reasons why, you know, he still gets invited back to, and like he was able to, I think, premiere Red State at Sundance and shit like that, you know, which is where he originally, I think, brought one of his earlier films. Clerks was at a festival too, but I can't remember if that one was actually Sundance or not, or whatever. Oh Jesus, why do they stick me right in the fucking between the two of them?
Yeah, I don't know much about film festivals. Cause I was about to say, wasn't it Cannes? And I was like, oh, it couldn't have been Cannes.
I think maybe he debuted Yoga Hosers there too, like more recently. I don't know. Like he's had a lot of good ones. Oh my god. Okay, I brought you back and now I'm dead. Immediately dies.
Oh! 1994 Cannes Film Festival nominated for Camera d'Or for Clerks.
Nice. There you go.
It did go to Cannes. I'll be damned.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what festival it was, but that's
but it did go. It did go to Sundance too. So, but it went to Sundance and it got co-winner of the Filmmakers Trophy. And it won the Prix de la. Jeez, fuck you, Cannes. Prize of the Youth for Clerks and won the Mercedes-Benz sponsored International Critics Week Prize.
Wow. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, all this Clerks talk. It's been way too long since I've watched Clerks. Speaking, I need to go watch Clerks.
You know, actually, at my age, I should go back and watch Clerks 2. You know why? Because to this day, I don't like it.
What? Oh my God,
Yep.
Brad, what are we doing talking? Why aren't we watching Clerks right now and getting you to, like, you know, experience life?
Yeah, I feel like now that I have grown up quite a bit since the last time I watched it, and have had, well, I mean, I haven't seen it since my daughter was born.
You haven't seen it since Lilith came around?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
I have a whole new perspective on life now, so I should probably just go back and just be like, you know what, we're going to give this another honest try. You know what, it's probably going to fuck me up, because I'll watch Clerks and then Mallrats again. I'll probably like Clerks now and not really like Mallrats.
No, you'll still love Mallrats.
Yeah, you think so? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, it's still a good movie regardless.
Yeah.
Funny, too, because they opened up, when they opened up and dude was playing that hockey game,
Yeah.
I was actually playing.
Snooch to the nooch!
I had that in my machine at the time.
Oh, fuck, for real?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. NHL 94. I have it in my SNES right now.
I used to love playing hockey games. I always played as the Mighty Ducks.
I loved the Mighty Ducks. Well, okay, so I'm a northerner, and that I love hockey. I fucking play hockey. Yeah, that shit was like such a good game growing up and everything else, and that's another reason why I think I gravitated towards Clerks and Kevin Smith. He always loved hockey too, and so I was like, man, like from a film and creative standpoint, and like a comic book fan, and even a hockey fan, like this motherfucker gets me. But as far as like hockey teams go, I was always a North Stars fan growing up until they ditched me and moved to Dallas, and I still hate the Dallas Stars, but yeah, I loved the fuck out of that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always like what I used to do, like in some of the later incarnations, probably 95 or 96. I can't remember which one. But like you could make your own team and stuff like that. So that's like the beginning of me taking my buddies and throwing them into the game, and
Hell yeah.
And like building up their stats and then just totally dominating the NHL. Just totally dominating. There was nothing right about what I did to the rest of those teams.
Dude, NHL Hits was a fucking banger back in the day.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
The proprietary NHL games were good, but the Blitz Hits and all that was I mean, who didn't want to just fucking like spike somebody's football helmet with their head still in it, to the floor in a video game?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it definitely had its moments. I did like it. I liked. I think that they should have made it more of like a backyard football kind of game.
Yeah.
But they got money, or they had to have gotten money from the NFL for using their it would go the other way, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
they'd
have to
the
pay for
NFL to use
licensing
it.
fees. Yeah.
Why did they just do like it made up some people? They could have saved a lot of money, made a lot of money.
Because a couple companies did do that, and they don't sell.
Yeah.
Oh.
If they don't have the names and players attached to it, yeah, it's statistically or historically, I suppose, yeah, they just don't really last.
Now I want to play that old backyard wrestling game.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean, I want to play it for like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to realize it's still a horrible game. And then quit.
Hell yeah.
Totally off subject, but no, not on it's still on subject. You guys are fighting in a mall, so there we go.
Yeah, we're in a Victoria's Secret essentially right now. Oh my God, it's casual males. What are they doing? It's casual males in the lingerie store.
Oh, you know why they're here.
Yeah, they're here to be casually creepy and have Chris Hansen be like, why don't you come over here and take a seat?
People with a brawl.
Yeah. And speaking of, it's like, where's the chick who was making like sex tape and doing sex studies? Oh shit!
hopefully-
Oh shit! Oh shit! It's
You
fucking.
had to attack an innocent.
I did. Oh fuck! Is that what? Is that why he came? Would he not be
Yes.
here otherwise?
Correct.
Oh my god! I did this to us. Oh my god! Oh my god! How could I do that? Okay, well, let's go. Shot.
It's funny though because wait, how old was that character? Did they say she was 16 in that in that show?
I'm pretty sure she was 15 or 16. Yeah.
I think so too because it's funny because when that movie came out, I was her age.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah. So it's like in my young teenage brain,
You're
I'm
like,
just
oh
like,
my god, there are girls doing this. Where do I find one?
well, like they were treating it like a bad thing, and I'm like, why is this a bad thing? She's just, and then like later on, I'm like, oh, it's because she was a child, like I was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like the problem isn't that she's doing the study. The problem is that she's doing the study while being underage.
Yeah. And it's like, and she's doing this for school. Oh wait, wasn't she in college? Like she was,
I think so, or she was trying to do it for some like fucking thesis or some shit. Well, you'll like it still. Okay, if for nothing else, because otherwise I'll drive all the way up to up there and ask you. You want a chocolate covered pretzel?
Because he's back on that damn escalator again.
Yeah, Jäger. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh my god, it was funny. I was watching American Dad, and it was like one of the later seasons, and they showed like some dude on the escalator, and he was talking to, I think it was Roger and Stan were standing there, and the dude on the escalator was saying something to him, and his foot got caught at the bottom of it, and his skin got fucking sucked off, and he fell over, just dead, just a body of meat. And they're just standing there in shock, and all I could think of was Mallrats.
Don't you? Where's the fucking sailboat?
Oh man, he kind of turned into a self-righteous dick.
Yeah, a little bit.
He lost a whole lot of weight and got pumped up, and he's like, "This is the only way to be." It's like, come on, man. Like, I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you did what you set out to do. I'm glad that you feel that you're healthier, and I'm glad that you're not experiencing these health problems that you had before. But
like, look at the way he handled that, and then look at the way Kev handled that. While we're on topic, like,
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
yeah, there's a way to go about it. You know what I mean?
Right. Because yeah, definitely that dude was, he got really self-righteous with his shit, and it's like, cool, I'm happy for you, man. Good.
Yeah.
Don't pop up on my TV anymore. Thanks.
Have you? Speaking of Hollyweed, Baron, have you seen Hollyweed?
Mm-mm.
Oh, there's this part. Oh my God, there's a mini fucking pretzel kid. Okay. But there's this part at the end of the episode that you'll catch if you do check it out, which I highly recommend. But it's because a lot of it was shot before he had the heart attack and before he had the like massive weight loss deal. And then, when he had the heart attack, he had to take a break and resort some things and kind of figure some shit out. When they got back to shooting to wrap on it, one of the final shots is Banksy is the character of Donnell Rollins, and Pete is Kevin Smith's character. They work and run this weed shop, and he comes up, or Nipsey, that's his name. You got Nipsey and Pete, and he comes up and he's like trying to get the shop open and shit, and oh my God, Nega Jay and Nega Bob, but this is gonna be fucking impossible. They make like this little reference because Donnell's like, holy shit, Pete, you look like you fucking dropped a 40-pound turd this morning. Or he's like, what the fuck happened to you? You look like you haven't eaten in years or whatever. And he's like, you know what? Strangest fucking thing. Before I went to bed last night, took a huge shit, thought I was like gonna die. Woke up this morning, just felt like 3 worlds lighter. Like, and so that's how they reference it and like talk about like, oh, well, he was like, 80 pounds heavier in the shot prior, and then now all of a sudden he's like, I'm weight loss Kev and shit like that. This is so great.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, good for him. I mean, especially, like, I am definitely about body positivity. Love the body you're in. We are here for a good time, not a long time. But if you are in a situation where your lifestyle is fucking with your health, and you have a heart attack, and that maybe eating a little better will keep you on this world a little longer, and that's what you want, then by all means, I completely support it. If I ever take you out to dinner, we're going to go out to vegan places. We're only going to have water. I'm going to eat what you eat because I'm not going to make things weird. I'm going to be there to completely support what you're going to do because, I love you and I want you to be around here too.
Ben, and I love you too. I just want to say. And I support whatever decisions you are or are not making regarding various things.
I am doing some shady fucking shit, so it's good to hear you say that. Thank you.
I'll blindly say that I love and support you, buddy.
Man, I got some people in my basement that really did not want to hear you say that. That's great.
Well, that's unfortunate for them, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if those people
plausible deniability, motherfucker.
If those people in your basement need to relax, they can go to geekclean.com/discount/guildthecree, and they can get themselves a bathtub.
Oh my god!
One of the most relaxing bath experiences they'll ever have in their life. Once again, that is geekclean.com/discount/guildthecree, or go to geekclean.com, use discount code guildthecree, and get 10% off your order.
Hey, best thing is I left my D&D books down there just in case they get bored. So with Geeky Clean, and they can get the dice out of those bath bombs and actually, because I'm not letting them use my dice.
No, they might jinx them, or you might have to dice jail them forever.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Tip: take out the ninjas using nunchucks. Fucking thanks. Thank you for that.
Okay, we've
Jesus. What's that?
I'm saying, okay, we definitely lost this affiliate now.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, they're like the first time when you mentioned taints and browns, I was like, I don't know about this one.
Well, you weren't here. Last week we recorded an episode that'll go up next week. Where I talked about, like, if you were covered in piss, then go to Geeky Clean.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I think I'm just gonna continually try to make the worst possible.
The worst segue into
yeah.
Well, you can't do it worse than I don't know if either of you are familiar with Mark Rebier. He's an improv musician, similar to and he's actually done some work or little jam session and improv sessions with Reggie Watts. So think of like a Reggie Watts type a little bit. But he'll make loop, he's lovingly referred to as Loop Daddy on Twitch and on YouTube, I think. And he just makes some really cool shit and has recently been collaborating with a lot of really cool people like Wayne Brady and Harry Mack. And he just makes some really dope music and is really good. But he had a spot recently for Manscaped, actually on the Harry Mack stream, and he referenced it, and he was like, Manscaped, it's it's for your pubis. You can shave your dick. I assume there's a product that you can, use on your downstairs. And he's like, but it's not just for your pubes. You can use it on your face too. And then Harry Mack is like, yeah, but if you're gonna use it on your face, start there. The order is crucial. And
it's not wrong,
right? That was just their spot. And he's like, yeah, I think it's a generous, go to manscaped.com/Mark Rebier and get, probably 15% off or free shipping or some shit like that. I don't know. What do you think, Manscaped? And it was just really funny. His nonchalant, and he was like, I don't want you to think that I'm not, familiar with the scope of products for Manscaped. He's like, believe I'm intimately familiar. but yeah, it's for your dick. Or like, it's fucking loved it. It was fucking perfect. It just reminded me of. I mean, it was not as well, well said as yours necessarily, but they're just like that whole like, yeah, this is sponsor, but like we can be cool about it and like fuck around, and there's something to be said about that.
I will say this, that if Sam Riegel can get away with half the shit that he
Dude, for real, fucking Sam, if you're out there, I love you. My wife has tweeted at you a fuck ton of times with that you've actually seen and retweeted or hearted, where like everybody needs a Sam, those memes, but like she like cropped him into it, so it's like Sam Gamgee and like I can't remember the other Sams that are typically like in that, but like he was on there.
Supernatural.
Yes, there you go. I'm not a big Supernatural person, that's why it like doesn't stick with me. But yeah, like she cropped him in on there and was like, everybody needs a Sam. And it was like a picture of like him and Liam like on each other's shoulders or whatever. It was super cute. And yeah. And I love Liam and Sam.
Oh, they have a beautiful relationship.
They really do. I envy that. Like
I loved hearing about how they met and everything like that.
Yeah, Laura Bailey. Sorry, I just had to give one of those for all work, no play.
Yeah, for me, they like oh my gosh, okay. Much like Jay and Silent Bob, Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith, Liam and Sam are right up there with my examples of pure platonic love. Like everybody has these tendencies online to be like, oh, they're fucking. It does, and I'm not even talking about it doesn't matter their gender. If there are two people that are nice to each other online, oh, they're fucking.
Yep.
It's like why can't we celebrate platonic love? I love my friends too. That doesn't mean I want to fuck them.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I love
not
their
all of them anyway. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, not all of them. So yeah, it's good. I love seeing their relationship, just much like I love seeing the relationship between Kevin and Jay.
Oh hell yeah!
It's great.
It's fantastic.
Kevin's always been there to help Jay, and I mean I know Jay's had his hard times, but I mean I guarantee you that Kevin was there for him the whole time.
Oh yeah, 100%. And on that journey, that was the whole reason why they started Jay and Silent Bob Are Getting Old as like a podcast or a live show. Which that was the other thing. It was Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, and I think An Evening with Kevin Smith. That was the double feature at Zany's that one night.
Yeah,
because you and my wife even like you kind of like helped that come to fruition. Like we had tickets to one show, and then I wound up with tickets to both. So that front row seat that I had, I got to camp out both shows for back to back. So like 6 hours, I was sitting 12 feet away from my fucking hero and just like taking everything he said as gospel. Not like literally, but like just it was like I was entranced by and fascinated with being able to share a room with this dude who had that presence and like those level of stories and could talk that. And I mean, I don't think that is necessarily why I emulate it. ADHD is more or less probably the reason why I emulate it as much as I do as far as talking and never shutting the fuck up. But it comes in handy for stuff like this, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll say that the evening with Kevin Smith,
oh my God. No, Rick, come back here. Oh no, we can't. There was a comic sign. If you're on YouTube, like, and you're watching a VOD, like replay, there was a comic book sign above one of these doors, and it was a Stan Lee like 8-bit image. It was fucking. Oh yeah, that was sweet.
I never even noticed that before.
I just caught it, and I like it brings a tear to my heart, and I love it.
8-bit is kind of hard to interpret sometimes. I thought it was just a dude in sunglasses smiling. But then looking at it again, just like how you pointed it out, that's obviously a mustache.
Yep.
That's awesome.
But yeah, sorry, I did not mean. There he is, right there.
There it is again.
Yep, I did not mean
to. Just Mega Man us?
Oh my fucking God, they 100% Mega Man us. Look at this CK, like the mall cock knocker. That's what that means, right?
Oh God, we're about to fight cock knocker.
We fucking certainly are. Are we about to beat this fucking game in one podcast? Oh my god,
So-
it is fucking Cockknocker, and we did get Mega Man. I'm so sorry, Baron. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I'll have to say that I liked his stuff before, but it took an evening with Kevin Smith, that special that he did, for me to really. And I know this is gonna sound really weird and fanboy-y, but you know, you're here, so it's fine. But it really felt. It took that for me to feel like a connection to him. You know what I mean? So it's like I watched it and I was like, oh, this is. It's like, oh, he worked at a video store. So did I. You know what I mean? So it really, it was really a good experience. If anybody hasn't watched any of his live shows, just go ahead and get An Evening with Kevin Smith.
P.O. box this because I've got them all on DVD.
Yeah, you can do that. But oh, it's so good. And so many things came out of that I still reference to this day. Like the whole shark from Jaws thing, I will reference to this day. The whole comment. Oh, I don't think this was An Evening with Kevin. It could have been. But the comment. Do I look like someone who reads comic books? I will reference to this day. Oh, it was that was the second one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Oh, just like to this day, I'll say it's ropey. It's ropey. There's so many things that came out of his live shows that I will reference to this day, nonstop, all the time, and nobody gets it because they won't sit down for 3 hours and watch a badass special.
Yeah, well, you know, that's oh Jesus, I'm gonna die.
That's
so
their
hard.
loss.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's on them. Man, this guy sure does know how to knock some cock.
Yeah.
And man, god damn it again. Fuck this, dude. I mean, I'm not mad at the game because this is obviously it's a product of the era it was born from and it's emulating right now.
Uh-huh.
But fuck this.
This is obviously supposed to be like a quarter eater. Like,
oh my god, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's supposed to be like fucking Contra and Streets of Rage and Double Dragon and
I'm pretty sure in Mega Man you do start out back in that hallway when you die, so that's kind of messed up.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
true.
yeah, because you do have a checkpoint as long as you haven't run out of Rockmans.
Right.
Or Jump and Shoot Mans, as I also like to lovingly refer to them as.
Jump and Shoot Man.
Because I have another creator that I absolutely adore and love. Jump and Shoot. He's got fucking lemon. I want lemons. How did I do that?
I would say when it comes to Kevin Smith, I've probably consumed more of Evenings with Kevin Smith and Jay and Silent Bob Get Old than I have any of his other content.
I'm pretty sure I got the second special from you. I don't know why, but I feel like I got the second special from you.
Because we traded.
Oh, that's right, we did.
You gave me, they had, it was the interview he did with Stan Lee. And I gave you the Evening with Kevin Smith DVD.
I had the first one. I think you gave me the second one.
Yeah, but like one of the things I know I got from you was the interview that he
Gotcha.
did with Stan Lee. It was like a DVD of an interview he did with Stan Lee.
Gotcha.
Which was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Which Stan Lee kept telling him, he was like, I should be interviewing you, and like Kevin was like, no.
Fucking Stan Lee. I
Dude,
mean, you know, again,
I know.
he's
I
a human
fucking love
being.
Stan.
He's a human being. He has his fucking faults, but he such a genial man. Such, you know, he
A real treasure.
Oh,
so
yeah.
polite, and like he definitely knew how to turn it back on you. You know, all the praise that you want to lump on him, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. He's gonna be like, no, I should be interviewing you. You are an amazing person. It's
Excelsior. Like,
Dude,
just God, I fucking love you,
son
Stan.
of a bitch, you. Let me
Yeah.
just touch your bitch. Anyways,
I think he always just liked Kevin because Kevin put him in the movies, and he
Oh,
wanted to be in the movies.
Yep.
yep. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I'm surprised that Kevin hasn't got a shot at directing a Marvel movie yet.
I don't think
Right?
Kevin wants it. I'm pretty
I
sure
think
he
it's
said
too
it
big.
before
Yeah, it's
that
just
he
too
didn't
much.
want to do it.
He would
But
feel
you know what?
like he.
I would have said the same thing about James Gunn, though. You know what I mean? James
Yeah.
Gunn. I mean, if you are familiar with any of his shit from before, whew, I mean, some of it's crap, but a lot of it was small. He actually wrote one of my favorite superhero movies, called The Specials, and he was in it. Actually, him and his brother were both in it. Also, Judy Greer was in it as well. So that was fun. There was quite a few famous people in it. Jamie Kennedy was in it. The guy that played Sandman in Spider-Man 3. But yeah, it's great. But that's what he did. He did like horror movies and stuff like that. So I mean, again, look at Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
So I mean, but you could be right though. I'm definitely not.
I'm pretty sure I've heard him say in like an interview before that like he doesn't want a big budget movie like that. Like that he doesn't want it.
Well, I think one of his big concerns is like, all right, like we've talked a lot about tonight, you know, how he makes content and movies and stuff like that he's passionate about, that he wants to do.
Yeah, you're right.
And like he doesn't always like Green Hornet writing for that and doing the comic runs that he has. Those are kind of different because they're very much close to the chest for him.
And look what he has directed. He's directed DC shows. He hasn't done any of the movies.
Yep.
Because I think that the shows handle creators better.
Yeah.
I think they give them the leeway to be like, hey, obviously we're a show, we have our formula, but go for it.
Right. And that's really cool too. And something that is kind of kind of unique to that, I would agree. But it's, I think, lent itself to we're not gonna be able to carry that over, I bet. Oh shit, you can. That's cool. But it's kind of lent itself to just being more open and having more flexibility, and that I think is kind of a concern that he had about, like, well, if I don't have the control that I want, or I'm not going to be happy with the product that it produces, and if I'm not happy about it, like, fuck what the critics want to say about the shit I like or don't like. Like, I care about what I feel or think about it,
Right. No, definitely, I get that. So yeah, I mean that's a fair point, and you're right. We have talked about that. So, I mean, yeah, I pretty much already answered my question in those regards. But let's just say that he was going to direct an MCU feature, whether it's already in the works or it's never even, no matter how fucking crazy it would be, what would you like to see him create?
I'm biased because
I'd like to see him get on the Hawkeye show.
Okay, that's kind of cheating, but that's okay. I mean, I would say as that's probably the most realistic thing is him doing a TV show, him directing one of the shows, or something along those lines.
I want to. I'm biased simply because he's already written comics for like my favorite standalone, and like non-team associated hero in Batman, and my other love, which I put up there and equate to it. But even though I love individual characters on this as well, it's just easier to say like team oriented. Not the Avengers though. X-Men. Like X-Men and Mutantdom is my shit, and especially from a Marvel standpoint, honestly is like the only thing I really care about, like a diehard fan. Like the Avengers, I do really enjoy what they've done with it, and I do really enjoy a lot of the arcs that they've had in the comics, and I am very glad that they are around. because they've done a lot of things for comics overall and storytelling and shit like that. But I could give a fuck about the Avengers most of the time. And, you know,
Right.
I'm not a huge... I like Spider-Man and I like, you know, X-Men and the Mutants and all that. So right now is a great time to be a fan for that because the X-Men #1 relaunch just happened. And I am... I've got all of the red cover variants for the Red Fire or the Hellfire Gala that just ended. I haven't read it yet, but it's so far like the House of X and Powers of X arcs have been fucking insane. But yeah, so it's just I would love to see him do something in the vein of X-Men.
I will say that when I asked that question, I was in the same vein. I would love to see him pick up one of the Mutant movies. I will say I don't think it should be anything too serious, like maybe not Wolverine. Let's not do Wolverine.
I was thinking more along maybe like an Astonishing one that would have like Kitty Pryde and Jubilee, Rogue, Gambit, Beast, Cyclops and Jean, of course. Maybe even throw in like Quicksilver and...
It definitely needs to be something more... Oh, you know what? No. You know what would be great? New Warriors.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I could get behind that.
Great for him.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's still got the, like, the what do you call it? Kitschy, like, kind of vibe to it as far as, like, you could get away with more with it.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah. New Warriors, New Mutants would be good, too. Anything that has that feel... You know what I mean? It's like the Guardians of the Galaxy feel, but it's on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I could... Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I kind of... Ooh.
Maybe we've stumbled onto something here, Baron. Do we need to draft a tweet to Kevo right now?
Right. Say, hey, do New Mutants. Please do New
Mutants. Please?
Or, you know what? I could even see him doing Young Avengers.
I think he could do cool things with Young Avengers. I mean, like look at Riri Williams and America Chavez, and you know they got a lot of really cool characters, and having the background of like Supergirl and shit recently too, like that would not be a huge stretch in a lot of that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm for
it. I'm all about it.
Oh,
take my fucking money. That, you know, the money I don't have, but if I did, I would give it.
Oh yeah, let me hit the lottery. I'm going to be a producer of this movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, that's like the thing, man. I'd make a place I could skate whenever the fuck I want. I would like, you know, make sure distribution is good for my favorite production of like movie, television, and comics and shit. Just keep the things that I love afloat because, you know,
Yep.
The old saying or adage goes like tomorrow's not promised. That shit goes for like, you know, things that we love too.
Very true.
Hobbies and shows and shit.
I would probably see how much Sony would part with Spider-Man for. And then just be like, okay, Disney, do you want to go halfsies on this?
Right. And then can we please not do another fucking origin story and just go straight into like Spider-Verse? Like,
that's 100% what they would do at this point.
That's what they haven't done an origin story for him. Not this one.
Oh, well, okay. That's true, but everyone up to now and like, you know, even as much as I am somewhat biased and like I love Batman, like fucking if I see the Waynes killed in an alley one more fucking time.
Yeah, they even got killed in an alley in the Joker movie. It's like, fuck you. What do you guys
this
have
isn't
against these people?
Right. This is the fucking Waynes can't exist for the world to continue to rotate. Apparently, otherwise shit goes like completely sideways.
Right.
Oh, I died. Oh my goodness. Well, man, I don't know, man. Do you think Cock Knocker is going to knock all the cock out of us? I don't know.
Probably.
I believe
I think
you.
this is going to be the last attempt at this, and then we're going to have to do the wrap up.
Yeah, I think so too, because we're encroaching here on 2 hours. and in just a minute and 2 seconds as we
You're
speak.
back in.
Oh shit. Okay. But yeah, so we'll be, and that's just from what I most recently hit stop recording and stop streaming and then re-hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. I'm going to fuck this all up, Richard. I'm so sorry. Oh. Let's see, but I've got a lag too, like especially right now. Oh my God. Okay. Now that I've got 1 HPs left, now I can never mind. Fuck. But okay. If anybody has not had a chance to take a good look at this, I just want to show off one of my pride and joys. This is a Kevin Smith jersey, and admittedly, it's in Blackhawks colors. I'll put this out there because I am not a Blackhawks fan. I fucking hate the Blackhawks. But Kevin asked Jen out, and they went to a Blackhawks game. It was either their first date or their first anniversary. I can't remember. But so he always has loved the colors. That's cool. I get it. But I hate the Blackhawks. Anyway, so a lot of his jerseys are done in that style. This is when we went to the Ryman and saw him do that talk or that evening with Kevin Smith. This is the jersey I picked up. And it's a fucking slate from Clerks with Jay and Silent Bob standing outside of fucking Key Stop or Quick Stop. And I fucking love it. It's scene 13, shot 14. This is like the fucking, I can't remember what you call it. The art cell, the clap, yeah.
Oh no, I see what you're saying.
And also the reason why I haven't said this like in a public form on like a recorded format. So Kev, if you do by some miracle see this, 37 dicks in a row. Yeah, like that whole joke. Like that's where this comes from for those not in the know. And Mr. Smith, my hero, I play hockey recreationally, mind you, and I have always worn number 37 because you are my hero. And I fucking love, like, what better reasoning? Because when you're like even a recreational, athlete or whatever, and you're in rec leagues and shit, you run into people and other people find that out about you, and you're like, oh, that's cool, what's your number, why do you wear that number? I get to be like, well, let me tell you. There's a movie called Clerks, and there's a particular scene where they're talking about how many dudes Dante's girlfriend has filleted. And yeah, Dante was number 37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks. The guy at the counter, in a row? That's always been one of my favorite lines or jokes in any movie.
All right, Baron. Ready to wrap it up?
Do I have to wrap it up?
That's up to you.
I've had your role. I've had your role this whole time. I think you should wrap it.
All right. Does that mean you're gonna pimp all the socials afterwards?
Quit stalling, wrap it up.
All right, so thank you so much for listening. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that even if not me and not Baron, Grizz is in love with this man. We both appreciate his work as well. Like I said, I've consumed quite a bit of Kevin Smith media. I mean, like, he's definitely had quite an impact, not only on our lives, but on the indie scene and upon media in general. It wouldn't be where it would be. I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Absolutely. Go listen to Smodcast. Check us out on alternating Tuesdays for Discord game night and the Casters Guild, as well as
any places they can find you, Grizz?
They can find me at that Brandon B37 on Twitter, and I really don't do Facebook anymore. I haven't really touched it in like 2 years, so like I have a thing, but like I don't use it. So,
but you can find all three of us on our Discord.
Absolutely.
He is down as a guild officer, and then us, your guild masters. You can come in, hang out with us, talk with us, send us messages. Maybe chill on the unsolicited dick pics. That'd be great.
Solicited dick pics are fine.
Right.
Consent is important.
Consent is sexy. If it's
Hell yeah.
hell yes, it's a hell no.
You tell him, Baron.
I
But
did.
if you did watch this episode live and you enjoyed watching this episode live, we now have a Patreon. And if you subscribe to our Patreon, one of the first things you get is you get to watch us record every episode live on our Discord, because that's what we're recording from now on.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Also, make sure to email us at castersguild@gmail.com with all your ideas, questions. We still would love to do a questions episode where we just answer questions that you guys ask, but you got to ask them. Message us on Discord, send us emails, find us on TikTok. I don't care.
We'll even set up a channel on Discord for you to be able to hop in and ask questions specifically for us to reference on our show.
Oh yeah,
That
that's a
sounds
fantastic
awesome.
question or point. Fantastic idea.
Find us on all the socials. Check out our affiliate. I've already plugged them twice, and it'll be in the description.
Pretty
so
sure that they're like
I think you've got
enough.
You know what? I'm just saying this now. If we ever lose them as an affiliate, keep shopping there because it's still great stuff.
Yeah,
It's
it
still
is.
awesome stuff.
It is
They
fantastic.
We're not-
They're way before we were affiliated.
Right.
They can message us right now and be like, you know what? We'd be more comfortable if you never did that again. And you know what? I'd probably go and buy a bath bomb right after.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be like, respect's due. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
All right,
No, but
everybody,
I
thanks for tuning in.
love you both. Appreciate you having me on here to talk about a man that I love, as well. And yeah, absolutely. I'll
We
quit
appreciate you
interrupting.
being here.
I'll quit interrupting your close, but I just have to mention my love and appreciation for both of you because I know I've been, adorning that love and affection to another man this evening, but I want you to both know that your importance is not diminished.
If it helps, I did not feel jealous. It's okay.
Okay.
I know where
That's
I am
good.
in the priorities of this polycool.
I love it.
All
Thank
right.
you so much for tuning in. Snooch to the nooch.
Snoochy boochies.
See you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.